Hello everyone, welcome to Most Time Class here. It's Mr. Dowd. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday. I know I'm excited for the weekend, as always. So we finished Big Bend National Park, and last class I flew over to Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park in Colorado. So for those who know anything about Colorado, it's in the middle of the United States, and it's very high altitude, meaning it's very high above sea level, which makes it hard to breathe for some people. I've been to Colorado once, and I could definitely notice that the air was thinner. It didn't make a huge difference walking around like Boulder and stuff, but definitely could tell. But anyway, so there's 9 destinations today. So the first is Rimrock Trail. So it's a nice little hike through it has a nice staircase. So into some natural tunnels, which is pretty cool. Those stairs are kind of interesting, going straight down. Looks like into nowhere. The next is the visitor center, which I'm just going to skip, even though it's a nice log cabin. And right next to it is Gunson Point. So it's a beautiful overlook. Views of steep wall canyons and the river. So if I look down, well, you can actually see the shadow of the guy that whoever took this picture. It's kind of funny. But that's a sheer cliff. I would not want to fall off that, even if I was Wile E. Coyote. It's pretty incredible, though. On to the next place, we have Chasm View. So it's another overlook, which you'll notice is a big theme because Colorado is such high altitude that any river or something over years just cuts through all this dirt. So there's a river down at the bottom there. Beautiful views. On to the next one, we have Painted Wall Cavern. So it's a scenic spot overlooking Dark Canyon Wall, noted for its brushstrokes of light-colored rock. So that's what these painted walls mean. So it looks like some artist took a picture and just started painting over with brushstrokes. So that is just different veins of rock. I don't really want to get into that because honestly I don't know it too well to explain it all. But it's pretty much just different rock. So this is a layer of rock, followed by another layer of rock, different layers. All right. If you want to learn more about it, I highly recommend looking up some geology lessons because it's some cool stuff. Because it's all about how like the Earth was created and how the different layers of gravel came to be and yada yada yada. It's cool. So next we have Cedar Point Nature Trail. So another hike, as I think is a big thing in Colorado, with another nice view. Look at that. Except this isn't rendered yet. Yeah. Just a lot of canyons in Colorado, as you can tell. Next, we have Sunset View. So I assume from this direction, it is a beautiful sunset. Looks like you're in the middle of these little trees. So it's funny. I don't know what kind of trees these are, but you can tell they're not a New England kind of tree. It's just the way they look. Look very dry and kind of gnarled looking. But I assume Sunset View means there's a great sunset there. And I do love my sunsets. Right, Astrid? We talked about that the other day. Next on our list is Chasm View Nature Trail. So another walk through the woods with a nice view in it. So we'll hike through the different gravel and yada, yada, yada. So it's kind of interesting when you notice when we just flew over, so these are all on different sides of that canyon. So you'll have to drive around the canyon or maybe walk up a bridge. I don't know if there's any bridges around, but some cool stuff. And last in our view is the Kneeling Camel View. So from this view, I guess based on that picture, it looks like a kneeling camel. I don't know where that is, but yeah. It's cool how the rock formed with sheer edges like that, straight up and down. It's incredible. If I had to guess, I wouldn't think this park was in Colorado. I'd think it was more like in like Arizona or something, but obviously their sea level is a lot lower. But Yeah, so there's cool stuff in Colorado too. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for today. So happy Friday. I will see you again on Monday. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Hey, Gators. So today I'm making some meatballs and sauce and pasta. So these meatballs are turkey meatballs. Right? They taste very similar to regular meatballs, but they're much healthier for you. So you can bake them in the oven, or you can cook them on top of the stove with a tiny bit of oil. They only take a few minutes. See how they brown like that? Okay. And then when I'm done, in a few, I'm going to remove them from the pan. Over here, I'm going to put some pasta. And cook that. Okay. All right, so shut this off. Actually not. Just want to make sure these are cooked all the way. So this you're gonna make sure it boils. You want to make sure you stir it. Don't leave your pasta sitting there, otherwise it'll stick to the pan. So now I'm going to take the turkey meatballs and I'm going to put them over here. Okay. Be careful, I don't want to burn myself. Pasta's still cooking. So now in this pan, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of butter. This is going to be like a cream sauce. And I'm going to make it right in the same pan that I cooked the meatballs in. 2 tablespoons of butter. Put it on low. I'm going to put a tiny bit of garlic. I use this garlic because I don't want to, just want a tiny, tiny bit. There we go. We're going to put a little bit of Italian seasoning in. A little bit of chili flakes. I'm going to check my pasta. Pasta takes about 15 minutes or so. Okay. All right, so I'm cooking this. Mix it up a little bit. Now I'm going to take some tomato paste and put it in. Oops. I'm trying to do this without dropping my phone. Hold on. Ugh, that's gross. All right, so tomato paste, I'm putting this in. This is just regular tomato paste, nothing, not a big deal. You can buy it in a can. All right, so I'm gonna put well, I'm gonna put some of this in. And then I'm gonna come back in a minute to show you the rest. All right, guys, so I'm putting it together. I thought I already pressed play, but I guess I didn't. So you missed the first part. So I put the pasta in and I put the sauce in. This sauce has tomato paste, water, garlic, cream. It does have a cream sauce in it. So if like a white cream sauce, so if that bothers you, just, you know, be aware. Might not be for you. I'm putting a tiny bit of the pasta water in. Okay, that's the water that the pasta cooked in. Mixing everything up. And then I'm gonna put some Parmesan cheese on the top. And it's good to go. All right, so a good pasta dish. And this serves 2 to 3 people. Depends how much people eat, I guess. All right, I'll see you guys next time.
Hey Gators, welcome to Language and Play. It's Friday. We made it through another week. All right, so today we're going to do a quick vocal warm-up, and then we're going to talk about our Flipgrid. All right, so vocal warm-up, we are going to do, let's see, which one should we do? Let's do Peter Piper. Ready? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Make sure you have the beginning and the end of each word. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. All right, ready? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. 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 All right, keep trying that. Do it as many times as you can, as fast as you can get it. All right, so today, it's Friday, and you are going to do your irritated tooth fairy on Flipgrid. All right, so the link will be up on the Google Classroom, and you are going to be recording it as a comedic monologue. Make me laugh. I want funny. All right, remember, you came up with a character. All right, your irritated tooth fairy's name was Pixie. I said you could make it a boy or a girl. There was some information in the monologue that you were able to use in your character profile, so you should have a pretty good idea of this character. Yesterday, you should have practiced this character, so today, I want to see it recorded. All right, so get on that Flipgrid and let's see what you got. Go get them, Gators.
Hi guys. So today again we're going to be looking at the artwork of Mary Cassatt, and I hope that you guys did your research and found 5 facts about this artist. She was an Impressionist artist, and Impressionist painters were concerned with creating the look of whatever the lighting was at the time that they made their painting, and they wanted to make sure that the way that the lighting looked was accurate. So they would do, like shadows in certain areas, or, light areas, dark areas, things like that. So here's an interesting one. She has a lot of shadow on her face and the front of her, here on her shoulders. So maybe the light is shining from behind her. Also, you'll notice that brush strokes are visible. In this one, you can see a lot of the brush strokes there. So when Impressionist artists are painting, they want you to see those visible brush strokes. It almost looks kind of like blurry in a way in some areas, fuzzy or blurry. You can see it here too, some visible brush strokes. So here it's very light out here, but then this whole area where this woman is seated is in darkness. So lighting plays a factor. And you don't really see the faces of these people. They're just kind of like implied. So it's just giving you an impression of what it might be like to be sitting here. One of the subject matters that Mary Cassatt often would paint is that of mother and child. So what I'd like you guys to do is make a sketch. It can be a sketch of a person. It could be a sketch of a mother and child, or a mother and a pet, someone and a pet. So we worked on figure drawing already. So this time what I'd like you to do is make a drawing of a person involved in some activity, even if they're just, outside playing, a person sitting in a chair. All right, guys? So we're just going to draw a person. I'm going to try to draw this one. Because Mary Cassatt often drew a mother with a child, I'm just going to try to quickly sketch this image. And then next time what we're going to do is we're going to try to color it like the Impressionists would color it. So Impressionists most often would paint, but I know that you guys don't all have paint. So what we'll do is we will just use, crayons or colored pencils to create that look of an Impressionist artwork. All right, we'll be able to do it with some colored pencils. So I am just drawing, I guess the child's head's a little closer to the mom. So I'm just going to try to make a sketch similar to this Mary Cassatt painting. So you're just going to make a sketch of a person, any kind of sketch that you want to make. And then, like I say, next time we will add some paint, or not paint, color pencils, color, crayon. And we'll try to create the look of the Impressionist paintings. So you can draw any kind of figure that you want to, oops. Or you can find a Mary Cassatt painting maybe to inspire you. That's what I'm doing, I'm just kind of looking at one of hers. But you can come up with your own image of a person. All right, so you want to have your drawing ready to go for next time. And next time we will add our color and make it look like that impressionistic kind of a style. All right, well, I'm just going to stop right there. And next time we'll add color. So go ahead and get started on drawing some kind of a figure, which you should know how to do because we spent a week or so on drawing figures. All right, guys, draw a figure. And then we'll talk more about that painting style, the Impressionist painting style, just like Mary Cassatt. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.
Welcome back to another episode of Virtual PE. I'm Miss Reading. All right, it's Friday. You made it through another week. And we do our fun workout Fridays in the breakout room. So I hope you join me, Miss Jameen, for a fun workout. And we have a special one because it's March Madness. And that means the women's and men's basketball for college is out playing. They started last week and they're into the round of 16. So come join us for a fun March Madness workout. And otherwise, have a great weekend.
Thanks for watching Enrichment TV, Gators. Remember, work hard, be nice, and we'll see you tomorrow.